Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So today's video is going to be my Colourpop makeup collection. So I have been sharing a makeup collection each month since the start of the year. So the first month I did Pure Cosmetics, last month I did Sigma Beauty. This month I'm going to be doing Colourpop per your requests and feedback. And I'm just going to be taking you through my entire Colourpop collection. I have eyeshadows and lippies and eyeliners and blushes, and I'll be sharing swatches of each item. I love watching makeup collection videos, whether it's, focused on a certain brand or even if it's just showing a makeup collection in general. I just find them really intriguing. I love hearing the feedback, so I thought it'd be fun to make these once a month. So like I said, this month is going to be focused on Colourpop. I think this was probably the most recommended that I saw coming in and I was getting the most snaps about, and I have a very large Colourpop collection, so I thought we could go ahead and make a video. I'm sorry if my lighting is off today. It is like pitch dark outside, so I have my lights on and sometimes I'm not the best at lighting yet, so sometimes I can look a little strange, but just throwing that out there as well, that's happening. But if you would like to see my entire Colourpop cosmetics collection, please keep watching. So I purchased a lot from Colourpop when I kind of first started my YouTube channel. I think I purchased from them before I had my channel, and I was seeing a lot of people talk about the brand on YouTube. I definitely purchased more from them back in the day. That's where the majority of these purchases have come from. I don't feel like I order from Colourpop as much anymore, and I talk about Colourpop a lot in my Will I Buy It videos, and just that the amount that they release is very overwhelming to me, and I don't know, it just kind of turns me off a little bit of how much they release. So I definitely don't purchase from them as much anymore, and I know people call Colourpop affordable. I definitely call Colourpop affordable, and I've raved about their prices before, but if you do stop to kind of think about it, they're not the most affordable ever. So, their eyeshadows are $5 for one eyeshadow, or I just ordered a Morphe palette with 35 eyeshadows and it was $20. So it's I don't know, you kind of have to pick and choose. I definitely think their bundles that they come out with are better values, and they do offer coupon codes every once in a while. They'll have a sale, so that's good. But yeah, I don't know if I don't know how affordable I think that they are once I actually stopped and thought about it and, watched other people on YouTube talking about it. I'm like, are they really that great of a deal? I don't know. I mean, I still do like the brand. There's a lot of products that I really like for them and that I really like from them, and I do wear them quite a bit. It's just not a favorite brand of mine, but I still like them. I think they're good. But hopping into it, I'm going to start with blushes. I have two blushes here. Blushes were actually one of the first things that I ordered from Colourpop. In my first order that I placed, I bought Between the Sheets, which is a really nice, just kind of everyday pink. So that is Between the Sheets. The blushes are $8 and they are, pretty good sized pans. I have hit pan, a very tiny little mark there. I have hit pan on this one, and that was one thing that I noticed with Colourpop right away, with their eyeshadows especially. I used one eyeshadow 4 times and hit pan. I was like, what? That seemed kind of crazy. But I have hit pan on Between the Sheets, but it's a really nice blush. I have it on today. And the other one that I have is Quarters, which is more of a terracotta color, I'd say. This is one of my favorite blushes for fall and winter. I think it's really beautiful. Okay, so there is Quarters, and the blushes have more of a moussey type texture. I recommend using a dual fiber brush to apply the Colourpop blushes. I think that gives the best color payoff rather than just using a regular fluffy brush. I don't think those work very well with the blushes. I definitely recommend dual fiber, but those are the two blushes from Colourpop that I have in my collection. So next up I have some eyeliners to talk about. Honestly, Colourpop eyeliners, these in the pencil form, are one of my favorite eyeliners. They are in the top 3 category. They have amazing staying power. They are super pigmented, and I reach for a Colourpop eyeliner almost every single day. I really enjoy these. So I have a variety of different colors here. This one is one of my favorites. It is Crybaby, which is a really beautiful pastel lavender, especially with spring and spring looks coming up. I have been reaching for Crybaby so much, and a lot of times when I post on Instagram with it, people will ask what the white is in my waterline, and it's actually usually Crybaby, which is a pastel purple. So There's that one, and this one is Maybe, which is a really pretty, it's like a vibrant green, but I don't feel like it's super overwhelming. A lot of times I'll wear it as eyeliner for like 5-minute makeup days or things like that when I'm just like in a hurry. I just put this on my top lid as eyeliner and put mascara on and I'm good to go. Like really makes the eyes pop. Another one that I have, I'm actually wearing in my waterline right now, is Besto, which is a burgundy, like a wine burgundy type of shade. This one is really nice too. Sometimes I do have to be careful with it because it is burgundy, so it has kind of like the reddish tones to it, which can sometimes make you look a little sick, so you have to be careful with how much you wear, but I still really like that one also. And then these two are some of my favorites as well. I really like the Colourpop eyeliners. This one is in Mr. Bing. This was a collaboration with Kathleen Lights, and it's just a really nice warm brown. So I find myself reaching for this so often because it just looks great in the waterline. Just a really nice, I would say everyday brown color, a little bit on the warmer side, like warm reddish side, but still really beautiful. The last one I have, this one is in Get Paid. This is probably the one that I use the most because it's a beautiful like metallic rose gold, and I just think with any look it looks absolutely amazing. I just went on vacation and I had to take this eyeliner with me. Like I couldn't not have it. So that one is right there. It's the metallic rose gold, and that is in Get Paid. These are all, I believe these are $5 for the eyeliners in the pencil form, which I think is a really fantastic deal, honestly. And just because of their lasting power and how long they stay, especially in the waterline, it's really hard to beat the Colourpop pencil liners for me. I would highly, highly recommend these. So next up, I'm gonna go through my eyeshadows, and to try to help speed up the process, I've already done some swatches on my hands, so we'll try to make this as quick as we can. So the first one that I have is Puppy Love, and this one was a little bit different because I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little paw print on there, and these, the proceeds went to, I think, the like LA no kill shelter, I believe. So I'm a puppy mom, I'm a dog lover, so of course I had to get this one, and this is what it looks like. Obviously you can tell it was very loved. I've hit pan on it. I don't know if you'll be able to see this swatch great. It's here on my hand, the very first one. It's very, very subtle. I actually have it on my highlight on today, and that's honestly what I use this for the most. Sometimes I would do it in like the inner eyelid, sometimes I'd do an inner corner highlight, but honestly I wore this the most as highlight, and I thought it was really pretty. I mostly bought it because I thought it went to a great cause and I really wanted to support that. So when I was purchasing a Colourpop order, I was like, let's just throw in Puppy Love. This has been discontinued, I believe. I thought they just brought it back for a little bit of time, but I think it is still discontinued right now, but I had to get it. The next one I have is called Truth, and all of these eyeshadows are going to be their Super Shock eyeshadows. They just recently came out with pressed eyeshadows. I don't have any of those. So these are all the Super Shock eyeshadows. So this one is Truth. It's a really nice beige, so it's going to be the middle swatch right here. So again, it might be a little bit hard to see swatch-wise, but it's very light. I mean, it's like a light beige. It's not the best transition color. Usually I go for a little bit warmer of a brown, but I like it. I actually do reach for it quite a bit because there's a trio of eyeshadows that I really, really enjoy, and I actually start off the eye look when I'm going for that one. I start off with Truth, and I just kind of put Truth, I put it in my crease, but then I just kind of put it all over the lid because I would say it has a bit of a like shimmer to it, and I don't even know if I want to say like, it's not like glittery or shiny, it just is a little bit of a sheen to it. It's not completely matte, but I think it's really pretty. So that one is Truth. And this is one of my favorite eyeshadows. Like I love this eyeshadow so much. This is called LaLa, and it is beautiful. It's like that rose gold metallic type of shade, and this is it right here. And this is actually me like running my finger through it twice and then swatching it. I was like, I don't even feel like I need it any more than that because it's just so beautiful. So definitely one of my favorite shades. When I was talking about the eye look that I like to do with the Colourpop shadows, I come in with Truth first, and then I go ahead and put LaLa all over my lids. I just think it is so stunning. I love to pair this with the rose gold metallic eyeliner, the Get Paid. I think they are so gorgeous together. This one is definitely a favorite eyeshadow. I love it. Okay, and then I have some shimmer shadows to show you here. So the first one is Nillionaire. I bought this because I always heard people talking about it. Like, I feel like I heard so many people talk about it and recommend it, and this is what it looks like. It definitely is very glittery, and I don't know, when I first got it, I was kind of disappointed in it actually because I thought it was just mostly glitter. So this is it right here. It didn't have much of a base to it. It has a bit of like a brown base, but to me it was mostly glitter. And at first I was just kind of like, I don't know if I love it. What I like to do with this one, and pretty much the only way that I wear Nillionaire, is actually in my favorite eye look. So first I go in with Truth, then I put LaLa all over my eyelids, and then I'll just take my finger and I will dot Nillionaire right into the center of my lid to give it a bit of a pop, and I think it looks really pretty. Other than that, I really don't reach for Nillionaire because it's just too glittery for me. There's just not enough of a base. There's not enough of like an oomph otherwise, but I mean, I think it's okay. It just definitely wasn't my favorite. And then another one, this was one that I actually ordered. I watched Jaclyn Hill do a video and she was talking about the Colourpop shadow Quiche. And when I went through and did my Colourpop order, I found So Quiche, and I was like, was that the one that she said? And instead of going and checking, I was like, no, I'm going with So Quiche, and I did. And she was actually talking about Quiche, but it's okay because I actually ended up really liking So Quiche. This one to me is kind of similar to Nillionaire, and maybe you can see from the swatches. So this one is Nillionaire, this one is So Quiche. I just felt like So Quiche had more of like an oomph to it instead of being just glitter. It had like a deeper base to it, and it just wasn't so glittery, but it still had the glitter and shimmer to it. And I actually ended up really liking So Quiche, which I was very relieved about because I wasn't sure when I actually went back and watched Jackson's video, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's saying Quiche, not So Quiche, my bad. But I really did end up liking this one. You might see me like struggling to open these or like really trying to make them tight. The thing that they say with the Super Shock eyeshadows from Colourpop and the blushes as well is that you want to make sure that you close them very, very tightly, or else if you leave them open, they can dry out and like crack and get crumbly and gross. So I really try to make sure that I'm screwing them on. A few more things I was going to say about Colourpop too, just in case if you're curious about the brand. It is an LA-based brand. It started in 2014. It says that they are cruelty-free. Most of their products are vegan. They do have a list on their website stating which ones are not vegan. So there is that. Usually an order will ship between 3 and 5 days. I mean, I've placed many Colourpop orders over my time. Some ship fast, some ship very, very slow. Like I've actually had an actual issue with a Colourpop order taking like over 2 weeks to get to me or something like that, which was a little wild, but usually it says from their website it usually ships within 3 to 5 days. They have free shipping on orders over $30 for US shipping. Sometimes they run deals, like right now on their website they do have free domestic shipping, and they also do ship international but not to all countries, so I would just check out their website if you're interested if they do ship to your country. For returns, they don't take returns, and they say it's because, you know, they want their products to be so affordable that they don't do the returns. So that's just a little bit more about the company. I wanted to throw that in there as well before we move on to the next set of eyeshadows. I will have everything listed down below and linked if I can find it. The thing with Colourpop is that a lot of their items will go out of stock or be discontinued because they're constantly bringing in more and more products, but anything that I can find, I will leave it linked in the description box down below, so hopefully that will help you guys out. But I thought I'd give you just a little bit more information about Colourpop as well. And now let's move on to some more eyeshadows. And then I just have 4 more eyeshadows here. Like I said, I just don't know if I think that the Colourpop single eyeshadows are the best deal. So I don't know, I started buying them quite a bit. I was excited for them, and then I thought it just seems better cost-wise if I get a palette, easier to store, because like these all singles, like they're kind of hard to store. So I don't have a ton. Definitely I think the Lippies are a better value and I like them a lot more, so I have a lot of lipsticks. That's what we're gonna end with because there's a lot of them. Get ready. But I just have 4 more eyeshadows here. The first one is in Mixed Tape. Really cool lavender. It has a sheen to it. I think it's really beautiful. This is a swatch right here, and I actually have it on my eyes, kind of more in the inner part of my eye, but I blended it out towards the outer part, which meets another Colourpop shadow. But I thought it was a really cool color. I've hit pan on it as well, so clearly I've used it quite often, and I really like this one. And then the other eyeshadow that I have on my eyes, this is in Central Perk. I bought it mostly because of the name, because I'm a big Friends fan, but also I thought the color was really intriguing. This kind of reminds me of the Besto eyeliner. It's that really deep burgundy wine color. This is it right here. This one, I like it, and I like to pair these two together, which is, like I said, what I have on my lids right now. It's not the easiest shade to work with. It definitely looks really, really dark in the pan, but you can see from the swatch that, like, maybe it doesn't look as dark, and I feel like you can even tell from the swatch that it's just kind of patchy. It's hard to blend. You really have to take your time with it. I know most people like to apply Colourpop shadows with their fingers. I don't, because I have nails, so I think it's annoying most of the time. Like, sometimes I can with like Nillionaire or something with the glitter. I can dip a finger in and it's fine, but like, how do you blend these with a finger? You can't. So I use a brush for it, and it's just harder to blend out. Like, this is the only Colourpop shade that I think I have that problem with. Maybe it's because it's a darker shade, I don't know. I still like it, but it's not my favorite for those reasons. Next shade is in Plaid, and it is a really cool, like almost like a forest green color. You can see that I've hit pan on that one as well. And then this is the swatch of it right here. Just a really pretty green. When I first got these shadows, I would actually put Plaid all over the lid, and then I would take So Quiche and I would pop it in the center for a little bit of that glitter. Still a look that I really like to do. But yeah, this is a really pretty shade. I thought it was really unique as well. I don't feel like I have a lot like this in my collection. And then the last one I have, this was in Hydroplane. This was actually sent to me via Octoly, which is a website for like beauty bloggers to be able to connect with brands and review products. So I was really excited to get this one. This was from the Amanda Steele collaboration that they had. And it is a really beautiful like mermaid teal glitter color. It is gorgeous. That is like literally one swipe, just one on there and then put it on. It's actually really, really stunning. I was really happy that I got this color because it's not something I would normally gravitate towards myself. So to be able to get it for review, I thought it was really cool to be able to try it out, and I actually really fell in love with it. This is definitely the newest eyeshadow I have from Colourpop out of all the single shadows that I showed you, and this formula I really thought was amazing. Just to be able to take one swipe of a finger and to be able to get that kind of payoff, I thought was really fantastic. So this was definitely a standout to me. I love the color as well. It's not something that I wear like super often, but I still thought it was really pretty. So those are all of my Colourpop eyeshadows. We're gonna move on to the lip category. I do have two lip pencils to talk about. This one is in Lumiere. This was a collab with Kathleen Lights, and it needs to be sharpened. So let me see if I can even get a decent swatch out of this. It's just a really nice everyday pink nude type of shade. So that one is Lumiere, and then the other pencil I have is in Oh Snap. And then this one is more of like a straight nude type of colors. So Lumiere is more pink, and then Oh Snap is more of a nude. Really nice lip liners. I think they're like $5, I believe, for a lip liner. I don't wear lip liners a ton, but they're nice if I need them, and they're definitely in the colors that I wear the most. But are nice and creamy though. For $5, I don't think it's bad. I also have two mini lip glosses. So I ordered ones from Colourpop, and it was the order that took like 2 weeks to get to me. So they actually put in two of their mini glosses as kind of like a sorry this took so long type of thing. I was curious to try out the lip gloss formula. That is in Weho. It's a brown nude. Honestly, the glosses didn't do anything for me. I was glad that I was able to try them out before I actually bought any, if I decided to buy some. I'm not a big lip gloss person either. This next one is in Finders Keepers. This one is more of like a mauve pink. I don't know, they just didn't really do anything for me. I thought they were kind of sticky. They didn't last long, like at all. Like, I don't know, especially Finders Keepers, like it actually looks like it has some pigment to it. Like it's not just a gloss, but once you put it on, it really doesn't. And it's just a gloss again, and then it wears away very quickly. So the lip glosses didn't really do anything for me. I was appreciative that they sent them since my order was so delayed, and I'm glad that I got to try out the formula, but I wouldn't be able to recommend the lip glosses. So moving on to the more regular lipsticks, I have 3 of their Lippie Stix. The Lippie Stix is one of the first things that I ordered. I was always hearing people talk about their Lippie Stix, and I was super curious about these. These are all $5. They come in like the white type of packaging. They do have different finishes in the Lippie Stix. So the first one that I have is in Cookie, which is a matte finish. and Cookie is just a really nice everyday nude type of shade. And I just broke it. Look at that. I went to swatch it and I broke it. So that's really sad. But that one is Cookie. Sorry, I'm kind of like running out of room on my hands. That one is Cookie. That really bums me out because that was like my favorite, but okay. That's all right. Like I said, it's just a really nice nude. It kind of looks like it has a sheen, but it does dry pretty much matte. So I liked that about Cookie. So sad. The next one is in Westie, which is a nice pink shade. I ordered these at the same time. I went with a nude and a pink because those are my favorite. So this one is Westie right here. Again, just a nice pink. It's a little bit brighter than for what I need for like every day. So I don't reach for this one a ton. But when I first bought these and I didn't have the huge lipstick collection like I do now, I definitely did wear Westie quite a bit. Last lippy stick I have is Beautycon. It came in my Beautycon box, which is a seasonal makeup box, and it came in, not spring, it came in the winter box, I believe it was, and it's actually what I'm wearing on my lips right now because it's just a nice nude shade, and it's one of my newer ones from Colourpop, so I like wearing this one. I believe that it dries pretty matte, so that one is Beautycon. I think that you could only get that one in if you ordered the Beautycon box though. If you guys haven't checked out Beautycon, I'll leave a link to it down below. I know I have a discount code for them too because they actually do send me the boxes, but the boxes are really, really good. I just got the spring one. I did a Snapchat unboxing and it was amazing. So I'll leave it linked down below in case you're interested in a Beautycon box, but I was excited for not this past box, but the box before to see some Colourpop in it, and we got a Lippie Stix. So those are the 3 Lippie Stix that I have from Colourpop. Moving on to regular lipsticks. They have different formulas, so I'll go through them as I'm talking about each one. But to start it off, we have Midi. This was one of my very first Colourpop purchases ever. This is it right here. It's one of their matte formulas. A really nice icy pink color. I really liked Midi and I still find myself reaching for it quite a bit. The next one I have is Trap. This one I got when the like kind of grayish type of lips were really, really in style. It's the second swatch right here. I loved Trap. I wore it so much. Definitely if you like the gray lips, I think that you would like this one. If you don't like that trend, Trap is not going to be for you, but I really like this one, and it also was a matte formula. The next one I have is Salo. This again was one of my very first purchases lip-wise from Colourpop. It's the 3rd swatch right here. A really nice pink color. You guys are going to see that I clearly have a type of lipstick that I like. There are a couple fun colors in here, but I really do like my pinks and my nudes. I wore this one so often when I first got it. This one was a matte formula as well. The next one I have is Clueless. This one is the swatch right here. I thought it was going to be more pink, but it actually was more like pink mauve, which I thought was interesting, but still a really nice shade. I wear it very, very often, and this was the matte formula as well. I have is November. This was in collaboration with a YouTuber, Kathleen Lights, and this is the swatch right here. Again, a really nice pink, a little bit more of a vibrant pink, I would say. And this one was an Ultra Satin lip. All of these are $6. The Lippie Stix are $5. The Ultra Satins and the Ultra Mattes are $6. The Ultra Mattes is more, it dries completely matte. It's a little bit more on the drying side. The formulas change very, very often, I would say. The most recent Ultra Matte that I've received, which was around the holiday time, I liked that one the best. The Ultra Satins, they don't dry completely matte. They're like really, really close, but there is just a little bit of transfer that can happen. But they're still really comfortable on the lips. So this one in November was an Ultra Satin. And then this one was another collaboration with Kathleen Lights. This was in 0.0. This is another Ultra Satin lip. And this one was such a cool, like gray brown color. I absolutely loved it. And it's so funny because anytime I wear this in a video or in an Instagram picture, people know I'm wearing 0.0. It's so, I don't even have to say it. People just know because it's such a unique color. I really loved it from the collection. This was an Ultra Satin. Okay, now we're moving to swatches on my right hand, which means I swatch them with my left hand, so the swatches are not going to be the best. Fair warning, I don't have a huge swatch game anyways. This was another collaboration with Kathleen Lights. This was in Lumiere. In the home stretch, I just have 6 more lipsticks to go and we will be done. So the next one I have, these are all gonna be like my newer Colourpop orders. It's kind of how I have them stored in my makeup collection. This was another one in collaboration with Amanda Steele, so I did get it sent to me from Octoly. This shade is in Jiffy and it is an Ultra Satin lip, and this one is the swatch right here. So again, everyday nude pink shade. Clearly my favorite. And Lumiere was right here. It's a really pretty kind of like mauve purple type of shade. It's a little bit darker on me than I would have originally expected it to be, but I still really liked it. And Lumiere is a ultra matte lip. Next one I have is another collaboration with Kathleen Lights. I do have a Kathleen Lights Made Me Buy It video. If you guys want to see it, I'll leave it linked down below because she made me buy a lot. This one is in Alyssa. This one was a really nice everyday pink. You're gonna hear me say that a lot. And this one was an ultra satin lip. The next one I have is Teeny Tiny. So when I saw this one and I saw swatches of it and I saw it online, I don't know, I thought I was getting something totally different, but this is the swatch of it. It is much, much darker than I thought it would be. I thought it would be like, maybe like a deepish pink, but there's really no pink to it. Like, it's a really dark color. I don't reach for it a ton because it's just a little too dark for me. Like I need to be in that type of mood. But that one was Teeny Tiny and that is an ultra matte lip. The next one I have is Beeper. This was definitely Amanda Ensing made me buy it. If you guys follow Amanda's YouTube channel, she was always talking about Beeper. I mean, I think she still does and still does wear it. I had to get it when I heard her raving about it so much. This is Beeper right here in the middle. It's one of those colors that are kind of like your lips but better, and I really love it for that reason. I still do love Beeper to this day. Next shade I have is another like OG Colourpop shade. This one is in Bumble, and it's kind of a, I would say almost like a brick type of color. That's it right there. This one is Bumble and this one is an ultra matte. The next one I have is another, this wasn't my very first Colourpop order, but it was one of the first ones. This one is in Chili Chili. This is an ultra matte lip, and that is it right here, second to the last. The swatch kind of got off hand for me. This one is definitely a very dark color. I think people were comparing this to like Veronica, I believe it was, from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get Chili Chili. Definitely a lot darker. Another one that I have to be like in the mood to wear type of thing, but that one was Chili Chili. And another one that I have here, this one is in Limbo, which was one of my first shades as well. I wanted to get it because I didn't have a brown lipstick, like a straight chocolate brown lipstick, and this one is definitely that. It is a deep chocolate brown, and I really have to be like daring if I want to wear this because it's not totally me. I don't think I pull off straight brown lips really great. Like nude brown, sure. Chocolate brown, not quite as much, but I'm glad that I have it in my collection if I ever want to reach for it. That one is Limbo and it's an ultra matte. This one I have is Sunday. This was another one that I got sent to me via Octoly to review. It was when Colourpop came out. They came out with days of the weeks. So they had a lipstick color for Monday through Sunday, every single shade, and I was sent Sunday, which is a nice pink shade. It's the second one right here. I liked it, it had a bit of an oomph to it. This one was in an ultra matte lip. So the next ones that I have came in the Peachy bundle. So a while back they came out with a Peachy bundle. They had a lip bundle and then also an eyeshadow bundle, and I picked up the lip bundle for myself because I love peachy lips. This one is in Screenshot, which is an ultra satin lip. And then it is going to be the third swatch right here. This one is in Instigator, also from the same Peachy bundle as well. This one is in an ultra matte lip, and it is right there. And then the last one that came in the Peachy bundle is Speed Dial. And this one is in another ultra matte lip. And then it's going to be the second to last swatch right there. This one was kind of like the deepest of the peachy shades. Those peachy ones are right here, these three. And honestly, I kind of like all of them. They're all really similar, which I knew buying it because they're all, you know, they're in the peach bundle. They're all supposed to be peachy tones. But there's two ultra mattes. There was an ultra satin. I really liked them. I think you can still get these individually. I don't think they have the set. I know they don't have the set anymore, but I think you can buy them individually. But like I said, everything will be linked down below. And then the very last one I have is honestly one of my favorite lipsticks, not even from Colourpop, but just a favorite. When I got this, I found myself wearing it so often, like having to remind myself that I needed to wear something else. This one is in Perky. This was sent to me via Octoly as well when Colourpop came out. Their Colourpop collection, they let me review one of their ultra matte lips. So the packaging is a little bit different on this one with the black and then more of a frosted. I just really, really enjoyed this one. Here is the swatch right here. It's the very last swatch. I've worn it in so many videos, in lots of Instagram posts. It's just a really unique shade to me. I think it looks really flattering with my skin tone. I really like it. I loved the formula. This was the first one that I tried when they switched around their formula again, which I'll say it's frustrating how fast Colourpop changes their formula around, because as a beauty blogger, you like to be able to review and give recommendations, and when they change as much as they do, it's kind of hard to, because seriously, out of all of the ultra mattes that I showed you, there's probably at least 4 different formulas in there, so it's really hard. But this is one of my newest ultra matte lips, and the formula was really, really good. Still very matte, but not super drying, didn't crack up on me right away. I was really impressed with this one. Perky was one of my favorites. It was in the holiday collection, so my guess is gonna be that you can't get it anymore, which makes me very, very sad, especially because I'm saying it's like one of my favorites. And that's kind of the thing that bums me out about Colourpop, is how fast things go out of stock. If somehow I can find it, I'll leave it linked down below, but that was my last one, Perky in an ultra matte lip from the holiday 2016 collection. Alright guys, that is everything for my Colourpop collection. I do not want to know how long this video is going to be. I tried to get through it as quickly as I could, but I know that you guys would want to see swatches, and that was what was recommended in some of my past makeup collection videos, is seeing swatches, so I wanted to make sure I swatched everything because I listened to your guys' feedback, and I know that you only want to make me better, so I wanted to make sure I swatched everything. I really hope that you guys enjoyed that video. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you enjoyed seeing my Colourpop collection. Let me know, do you own a ton from Colourpop? Do you only own a ton in one thing, like you have a bunch of their lipsticks but they're not their eyeshadows? What are some of your favorite products? I would absolutely love to know. Again, I kind of gave some of my feedback and thoughts on Colourpop as a brand and kind of what I've experienced with them over the years that I've been buying from them, so hopefully that helps. Like I said, everything that I can find will be linked down below. Let me know what you would like to see in April for my next makeup collection video. I'd love to know what you guys want to see next from me, and we can go through my collection again another time next month. I'm so excited. I love these videos. I think they're so much fun. I do have a makeup collection playlist, so that will be linked down below as well. I have my past 2 makeup brand collection videos, but I also have makeup collection videos going through foundations and lipsticks and blushes and eyelashes and all that good stuff, so that will be linked down below. Thank you guys so much for coming by my channel. I really appreciate the support. Remember, I do have my 15K giveaway going on right now. There's a ton that you can win in there, and I'm super excited about that giveaway, so make sure you check that out. I hope that you will give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Make sure to subscribe before you go, and I'll catch you guys real soon in my next one. Bye.